today's video is going to be a little bit of a anxiety update video. I thought I would come on and just talk about my anxiety because I haven't really for quite a while now, and even Darren's done that video more recently where he talks about his mental health. So I thought I would just come and just tell you sort of where I'm at right now and just touch base with you on it. So I feel at the moment I'm in a pretty good place with my anxiety. I still take my daily pill that I believe helps with it, but I'll go on to that a little bit more in a bit. I haven't experienced full-blown anxiety or an anxiety attack for what feels like months now. I can't really remember the last time. It was way last year, before Mexico. Like the last time I can physically pinpoint was a year ago in May when we were on our cruise, and I had a bit of anxiety then about being ill on the boat. That was the last time I can really remember feeling anxious. And since then, obviously, you do get those anxious feelings that everyone gets. That's normal, like about work and big events coming up. But I've not had that pit in my stomach, heart racing, feeling like I'm gonna throw up in quite a while now, which, touch wood, I'm really trying to grab some wood, I'm really thankful for. And I feel like that's partly down to sort of state of mind and where I am now, and that I'm at a good place within myself, but also down to that medication. I really think that has helped. Now I'm at the stage where I'm sort of worried, what if it comes back at any point? Because you're never cured from it. You sort of have to just live with it, and I think, and I feel at the moment it's a little bit like a volcano, a dormant volcano that could erupt at any point. I just don't know when. So, and it might never erupt again, but we don't know. So that's how I would describe it, like a dormant volcano that could at any point explode. And that is when the fear starts to pop up, and it's usually, sometimes it can be completely random, and I'll just like feel like a pain, not like a pain, but like just this feeling of emotion in like my stomach, and I'm like, oh, felt a bit anxious then, why did I feel that? And like for no reason I would have felt that, and then I start to overanalyze it. And coming up now to the wedding, when we're going on a long flight, longer than normal, and we're going to be in different airports that I'm not used to, again that gives me that anxious anxiety of what if I'm not well, and just brings all those emotions back of feeling anxious on a plane. But I've been on that plane to Mexico and I was fine on that, so I do believe that I'm going to be fine on this one. It's not like something that's in my brain thinking about all the time, which is what it used to be for me. It's just every now and again I think, oh, what if that anxiety crops back up again? I don't think it will, because I'm just so excited about the wedding and the honeymoon. I think it's all about channeling that excitement, that anxiety into excitement, really. So yeah, who knows when it's gonna start back up again. Hopefully it never does. Like I said, I'm on this medication, and a couple months ago I had to go for a mandatory like pill review with the doctor, and he was like, you've been on it for a couple years now, like have you thought about coming off it? And I said to him, it was just before we went to Mexico, and I was like, I don't particularly want to come off it now, we're going to Mexico, I don't want to have to feel the anxiety then. He was like, you're totally right, that's not the right time to do it, and the winter time is not the time to do it either, because obviously the darker months, it can just heighten those sad feelings. He was like, maybe think about coming off it in spring. Oh, and if by magic the sun goes in, and spring's come and gone, and we're in full height of summer, dare I say coming out of summer nearly, we're sort of early mid-August now, and I'm in that stage where I don't really want to come off it at the moment. And I don't think it's like an addiction thing, like I've got to have it. It's that I'm just worried what's going to happen if I do come off it. Obviously it's not going to be like a straight away thing, like after maybe a week or so, and I don't want to have to get back, like what if I start feeling those anxious feelings again and then have to quickly try and get back into that cycle, and who knows then how long it'll take to get back to where I am now. So for the moment I'm pretty happy with where I am now, and I think it's definitely got to be a personal thing. Like, you can't have a doctor say to you, oh, you need to come off these, like, unless like there's a actual reason why, like physically it's not doing you any good. But I feel physically and mentally okay with it. There's no like immediate side effects I've found to have in the last 2 years, so I feel pretty okay with being on them. I know some people would like try and come off them at the first chance, but I have heard of other people coming off their medication and not feeling great, and then having to try and get back into that cycle again, and that's not something I really want to go through. So I think, why not just stay on it? But I'd like to hear like your thoughts down below if you've ever suffered from anxiety or mental illnesses and you've tried to experiment, you've like been in a good place, tried to experiment with coming off the pills, and how you dealt with that and how you felt afterwards. I'd love to hear your thoughts about that. So that's sort of where I'm at now with my anxiety. This is only going to be like a short video, like I said, because I haven't really had too much experiences to talk to you about. Maybe one day in the future I will, hopefully I won't, but I'd like to sort of keep touching base on you, and if there's any questions you've got either about me dealing with my anxiety now or in the past when it was really bad, then leave me a comment down below. As always, I leave my email down below, so if you ever want to talk more privately, feel free to send me an email. I've had a couple people over the course of the years reach out to me, and I love responding back to you and knowing that these videos have helped you. So I'll also link all my anxiety videos and the playlist down below if you want to see the rest of them and know more about my personal struggle with anxiety and panic attacks. But yeah, that's all I've really got to say for this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys!